around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Would you care for me? Would you care for me? Hold tight, I'll be here with you all night. My mind, I'm getting lost in your eyes.
Sagittarius, good morning. How are you? So I'm also hearing good morning Britain or good morning Brian or daytime television shows. Some of you might be watching a lot of television shows. But good morning Britain. So Britain, Brian, Beth, anybody beginning with B. So Sagittarius, I've got a few messages that came out for you here just before I turned on the camera. Or Cameron, or Chamomile, Mel, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. 4 names. I'm also hearing 4 names. So something to do with a life path 4, a Scorpio or an Aries person. Okay, so this part is called Not a Tarot Card Reading. So I'm going to do your tarot card reading on YouTube, and that will be done after this one. So I'm hearing Butchie, Stern, or Dunn, or Dan, or Danielle, Danny Glover, Life Path 7, can't take this shit no more. Okay, so don't forget, this bit is just channeling. I've got a few messages here for you, and then I'm also going to do some scribing, and then we'll come out with a picture, or the name Pitch, Pitchley, L Pisces, or Paula, or Patrick, Fitzpatrick, Fitzgerald, Francine, Francesca, Chess, some of you chest, something around someone's chest. I don't know if you want a bigger or a smaller chest. Okay, I'm also hearing a treasure chest. So that would be Treasure Island. So someone from Ireland or Ireland. From Ireland, how you getting up there in Ireland? Or Idaho also. But something to do around a chest, treasure chest, treasure hunt. So the name Hunter. So that would be paranormal activity. So paranormal playground, you're right. Paranormal, paranoid. I'm paranoid. Okay, some of you might be dealing with a life path 9 or paranoia. Okay, I'm also hearing Nora Jones. Nigel, Noel, Niall, Nicole also, Kidman, Kidman, Kidnap. Hopefully no one's kidnapping anyone. I'm also hearing a nap, a daytime nap. So I seem to nap quite a lot, or Nat, or Natalie, or Natta. So that's someone that talks a lot, and I mean talks a lot, okay. So they're always natting, nat, talk. Whether the other people want to talk a lot, I don't know. I'm also hearing the name Charlotte. Okay. So, very quickly, Sagittarius, before we get on with your messages, you can watch this as a Life Path 5, a Sagittarius, or a Taurus placement, because I read in code and numerology, and on the top of each major arcana card is a number, and some of them relate to 2 star signs. 5s are Sagittarius and Taurus. Okay, if you don't know how that works and you want to know more, then look at my goals here over on Patreon. Okay, so I'm also hearing Billy Groat's Guff. So if you think I'm not writing, I'm actually drawing. Okay, so it's just scribing and channeling. This, like I said, you've got to have patience to let me get this out. So I'm hearing inpatients, outpatients, people that work at hospital centres, okay, or going to a clinic or a centre. Like I've been asked to go to a certain centre. I'm also hearing like a centrepiece, like a smoking centre or giving up drug centre, or like a clinic that's more of a centre. I'm also hearing a centrepiece, mantelpiece, something that is on the mantelpiece. So it might be like I'm also picking up like a deceased loved one of someone that keeps on. I'm also hearing Ern or Ernest or Ernie or Bernie or Brian. But I'm hearing like a centrepiece of attraction through Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, or some of you are all into law of attraction. But I don't believe in all of that like you guys do, so I'm not into all of the esoteric, spiritual, I'm a light working person, I'm a centerpiece of God. I don't believe in all of that. So, but you guys might. I'm also hearing For the Love of God, Steve Vai. Some of you have the name Violet, or Vincent also. Or anybody again with like V, has V in the name, or Steve, or Stephen, or Evie, or Evie, or Devi, or Devil. So something around like the dragon person. And then also, so that would be, yeah, Life Path 5 or Sagittarian placements. So yeah, you've got something around a Capricorn, maybe, Capricorn. So, let's see what I've also wrote through. I'm also hearing Lucy, Lucifer. Yeah, Lucifer. There's a big energy of Capricorn that seems to be here for some reason. So I'm hearing player 1, player 2. I'm also hearing layer cake. So birthday cake or layer cake, whoever's is I don't know whose star sign is a birthday. So like Daniel Craig. So Danielle, Danny Glover, Life Path 7. Anybody that has D in their name, but Daniel or Craig. Craig Joyce. I'm also hearing Joyce, Jalen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But I'm also hearing Joy or Joyce or Rejoice, Regina, also Regina. But layer cake. So there might be making cakes, birthday cakes, Christmas cakes, buying cakes, eating cakes, or it is a birthday surprise of a cake. So whose birthday is it? I don't know. Is it, what are we, December? So that is Sagittarian birthday, right? Is it? Sorry, I'm so shit with all of this and I should know. I don't. I'm trying to think, my sister is a Sagittarian. So yeah, December. So that's probably why I picked up layer cake. So it's probably your birthday. So happy birthday, Sagittarius, if I am right. So something to do around cakes and eating cakes, making cakes, or birthday cakes, or a birthday surprise. So let's go back to player 1 and player 2. So you've got Life Path 2 possible Libra energy here, Life Path 1 or 2. But then you've also got like someone that plays a lot of video games, like video games or the song video games or whatever it's called. Game, Michael, Douglas. So Life Path 5, Sagittarian, Taurus. But playing a lot of video games. Okay, so that'll be instant gratification. Okay, so that might be bad addiction. But I keep hearing player 1, player 2. I want you to play with me, blah, blah, blah. So it might be your children, or you guys are just into playing a lot of video games. PS5, PS4. Okay, so okay, so I'm picking up Fitzgerald, Francine, Francesca, Fitzgerald, Fitzpatrick also. Patrick's Day, so I'm definitely picking up like something to do around someone from like Ireland up in here. You're right, Irish people. But like some of you might have been given a PlayStation or an Xbox or a games console for your birthday, or if you are older and you're kind of like, oh no, I don't play games, then that would be where you might have children and you've bought them maybe a PlayStation 5, a game, or something like this. Some of you might be Christmas shopping for like a game, like you think, oh, I'm going to buy a game. Okay, I definitely keep hearing Michael Douglas. So M or D, MD, or that is the name, JD, MD. Some of you might be a mechanic. You might be needing your car mechanic. Here in Michael and the mechanic, someone might have something wrong with their car, very expensive. Like Mike and the mechanics, like I need to see a mechanic about my car. And then I'm also hearing, what was the other one? What was the other message that I was getting, Spirit? Mike and the Mechanics, Michael Douglas, Michael, Michelle, Mika, Amelia, Sense Amelia. Some of you are smoking copious amounts of ganja. But that's it. You could have bought a game, like you're looking for a game for Christmas or birthday, or you're out there looking for like a PS5 or an Xbox or a PlayStation 4 or 5 games, playing games, buying them or selling them, or something to do with around Xbox or PlayStation gaming. I actually want a PlayStation 5, but they're really expensive. I have a PlayStation Pro 4. But like, I don't know if any of you games or so, like I like playing games. But like the new one that is a little bit, it's you go out and there's loads of aliens that are all in a ship, and it came out on the 2nd, I think. Protocol, I think it is. I don't know, but I want that, but I want it on the PS5. But I haven't got a PS5. Any of you guys want to buy me a PS5 for Christmas? But like, yeah, there is something there about PlayStation's birthdays, cakes, games, playing games, player 1, player 2. I need someone to play with me online or something like that. Now, it might be a Leo, and we're in Laura or Lucy, or an L, like a Leo might be like a game addict and playing a lot of PlayStation games and stuff like this. If it isn't yourselves, like I said, it could be your children or your friends. I'm also hearing David, swimmer, so swimming, something to do with around swimming trunks. So we have something to do with the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces for a lot of you. I'm not really picking up on any demanding. I'm hearing demand. So I'm hearing like layer cake can also be like people that sell things on demand. So it'd be like, well, not Patreon, that's the other one that people would use in order to like get money from. But like, I'm also saying layer cake, so that might be, I don't know, a Patreon. But Leia would also be 3. So Princess Leia, Luke, the name Luke, or Skylar, Tyler, Tanya, Britannia, or Luke Skywalker, so the name Walker, Brian. So it's just people I know. So like Brian or Walker, or Brian Walker, or Walker Brian. Walker, someone that walks a hell of a lot, like talks and walks a lot. So it's a little bit like someone that walks to see someone, and then they talk and they have a natter and then they go. So some of you might be on like a treadmill or a walk, or going to the gym or something like that and working out, but you might be going on a lot of walks, on like a lot of hikes, or walking quite a lot. But there's a person here that does a lot of walking and also talking. So is that a trainer? Someone that walks and talks at the same time? Unless you're all going out for walks and you talk with someone whilst you're walking. Or it's like a gym and someone teaches someone, and as you're all on like treadmills or spin bikes, there's someone that's talking as they're walking, okay? Or running, whichever way it is, but I'm picking up talking and running and talking, right? So I don't know why Spirit would give me those messages, but like I said, these are channel stuff. I never know what's coming out, so you've got something like talking a lot, like I'm always talking heads, or the name Ed, or Edwina, or Eddie, or Edmonds, but talking, walking and talking and walking. These boots are made for walking. So pussy boots, something to do with a pussy. So that would be like Leo. And boots, some of you might be looking for a new pair of boots, blue suede shoes. So you might be looking for some of you are shopping. Like it's kind of like that you're going shopping with people and you're walking around like a lot of shopping precincts, looking at things like shoes, boots, clothes, cakes. Like I can see people, because there's a place here called Peterborough, okay, in Britain, Peterborough. And it has like a big shopping precinct, and you walk in and there's like shops to the left, to the right, and then you go up and down escalators and you're, ooh, look at that, like, do you want that for Christmas? Or like, do you want me to buy you that? And like, you're like Christmas shopping, buying, like, and then walking past like a donut shop or something, like, oh, look at that cake, right? So it's kind of like that. Or you're just cooking cakes or making cakes, or baker's dozen, or something to bake me a cake as fast as you can, baker's man. It's the name baker, okay? Or you are a chef. Oh, my name is Jeff, okay? Something to do with cakes and baking and making. Prick. Someone could be a prick. So anything else that's really going to relate to Sagittarius? I don't know, they keep saying that there's a lot about talking and walking. Like, I really can't pick up on a love energy that's here. But if you're talking to someone a hell of a lot, then that could be a partner, or Jen, but like, or Julian or Jason. But like, I'm talking a lot, okay? Now, like I said, if that's with a partner or with a person, then it could be that person that you're actually talking a lot with, that you're also, because I'm picking up like shopping expeditions with friends. Like, I'm going to go out with a load of friends or a load of girls or my partner, and we're going on like, I don't know, some people, they go to like London. I won't actually go to London shopping because London is like really nice. But like, unless you're from London, but like, you know, like London shopping, like we're going to like a really big shopping centre and blah, blah, blah. And we're going to go out for the day with the girls and blah, blah, blah. And we're going to travel to wherever it is that they do a lot of like things in order to buy. Okay. Now, there is something to do with around merchandise of like buying and selling here, or the name Sal or Sarah or Steve or Sassy. So I'm definitely picking up all people that do like YouTube here, selling products and merchandise. Could be a glamour box, okay? So like crystal, boxes, Vox. Or something like a voxel. Someone could have car trouble, because I think we went onto a message of like car mechanic. Okay, so it could have something to do around a life path 7 or a Cancer, and it's just related to someone's car mechanic. There's my mechanic, believe it or not. Yes, mate. Sorry, that's I've got to get my car towed to Peterborough. Actually, I have a Peugeot 3008 sports turbo injected fucking very fast car, and I've just realised that Peugeot is a French-made car. Fuck the French, but the French make Peugeot. Okay, and I love Peugeot. I don't know about if you guys have Peugeot in America. Okay, but I love Peugeot and I love my car. It's a big four-wheel drive thing, all computerised, and I love it, man. It's so nice. But they do go wrong. Okay, and what has gone wrong with mine? Like when you get a fan belt, they're normally built on the exterior of the car, so you can take the fan belt off and then you change it, and it has the pistons and God knows what else, and the oil. Okay, but Peugeot, they put their fan belt inside of the car where the oil is. So when the fan belt slips, it has little teeth on it, and those plastic rubber bits eventually go into the oil, and the oil doesn't distribute itself around the engine, and then the engine comes up, a wooga, red light, stop car now. Engine fault, fucking no oil pressure. So I can't drive my car to Peterborough, which is like 25 miles. I can't drive it there. So it's out there, and I need it picking up, and I'm not insured for them to pick me up from my house. So I've got to phone my old friend that is a mechanic to see if he'll take my car with him over there. Okay, yeah, so I am picking up car mechanic. Okay, there are family members around me and people that are like 5 Sagittarians. Okay, so like I said, channel messages could be anything. You could have someone that needs a car mechanic, okay, or is a car mechanic, and you're a mechanic, or your car is being taken to a person that has Sagittarius, Taurus in their chart, or Life Path 5. Okay, so that would be, there is something going wrong with my car, I need it fixing, blah, blah, blah. I might either need it fixing or I'm taking it to whichever way around it is. And that might be hindering you in order to be able to shop and stuff like that. But you could be fortunate enough where you have another car as well. Okay. But I'm definitely picking up like servicing, like my car is being serviced or valeted or fixed of somehow, okay? I'm also hearing howling wolf, so it does have something to do around a Leo or a Sagittarian person, okay? Now it might be them or yourself, but if that is a Leo, that would be someone that has Aquarius in their chart or a Life Path 8, okay? Because I read in code and numerology. Anything else for Sagittarius before I'm in a rush to get that phone call? I just called to say I love you. So it's like making a lot of calls. Like I'm making a hell of a lot of calls. Like I am like calling this person, call me out. So something around Alison, Ali, Abigail, Amber, but I'm making a lot of calls. Like I'm always on the phone, always on my phone. Some of you might be looking for a new phone. Phones for you. So it'll be like a service provider. Okay, you might be thinking about changing something up coming around Christmas time of like looking at your internet package or internet package. Was there like a care package? But that would be something that's being delivered. So you might be waiting for delivery, but this is also people that are playing games. Like Call of Duty, the new one that's just come out of like, you're right, bruv, yeah, it's way past our bedtime. Who gives a fuck, bruv? We're waiting for the care package to come down. So I'm hearing like a care bear or a carer or Karen or Karen or Karen or Sharon, okay, but like a care worker, someone that works at a hospital and they care for the elderly and so on and so forth. Okay, so we're making care packages, but I'm also hearing care bears, like stuffed bears or like care bears or a bear or something, I don't know, but a cuddly toy for pleasure and joy. So something like pleasuring someone with a toy. Oh, okay, so, okay. Oh, now we're getting down to it, Sagittarian. Some of you might be pleasuring yourself with a toy. Now, whatever that toy is, it might even be a toy boy or toya. Wilcox, some of you might be toying with a cock. Who knows? I've got a dick. He's a very good dick. He kind of like searches for a load of things and it's like a private eye. So if any of you got like a very good dick that's doing a private eye, he could be called Richard or Rachel. But not that sort. No, a private eye dick. But like, yeah, some of you might be buying a dick, and you're kind of like, oh, I think I'm going to buy myself a dick toy. Okay, so you might be right up there with the old 7 of Wands, like tower. You're kind of like, oh, I'm going to buy myself a new tower. Okay, so what is that coming through? A tower. So some of you might be buying yourself like a new computer like a tower, and you might be like playing games on a computer. But like, I'm going to buy myself a new computer, like a tower, like over there, okay? Not a laptop, a tower, okay? But you might be intrigued about a 7 or a life path 7, okay, Cancerian. And it might be something to do around a computer or like diagnostics. Oh man, this is my car, sorry. It's coming through. My own messages are just coming through. Don't worry about me. But like, so, I don't know if it's out there, diagnostic tool. You need a person to plug something into your electric car to diagnose it, to say, okay, yeah, it's been running for an hour or two and now we can tell you what the problem is. That's a diagnostic tool. Do you know how much that costs in Britain? I need this fucking thing running on my car for 3 hours. That's £140 for an hour for them to run a diagnostic tool on my electric car to tell me where it is that the problem is so they know what to work on. That's £145 £45 an hour, and they said that it's going to need to be running for 3. That's without even fixing the car. That's just to tell me how much it is going to cost. So if any of you want to join my Patreon or give me a donation, I will be so fucking grateful, bruv. Because this car is worrying me to a goddamn death. You don't have to. I can afford it, but it's going to take a lot of my goddamn money. Yeah, so I'm hearing like diagnosis. So diagnostic. So if this isn't anything to do around a car, okay, I'm hearing we're looking for a diagnosis. That might be something around ADD, bipolar, schizophrenia, doctors, blood-borne type sort of diagnosing. Like, I need to find out a diagnosis. I was diagnosed with ADD at the age of 46, okay? And I like it. I love ADD. I do. I love Adrian. Someone loves a person called Adrian or Abigail or Amber. But like, I don't mind having ADD. But it helped me a lot more when I actually found out that I had it. That was a diagnosis enough for me. I don't want tablets. I will not take tablets for ADD. But I'm picking up that there's an energy of people that might be discovering things like this or making a discovery of some kind. Discovery for me is working on instant gratification for bipolar. It's impulse. It's realizing that ADD is built off adrenaline and neuron receptors in the brain that give you dopamine. If your dopamine levels are very high, you're going to act upon impulse. So it's like controlling those impulses. Okay. It's not going to diagnose it completely, but it helps. Okay, it really does help when you can lower your vibration and not spend so much energy realizing that your dopamine levels are instant gratification of spending a hell of a lot of money. Okay, which is also sex and stuff like this when it comes down to that, because that's instant gratification. Okay, but we go all of this on the teaching tier. But if you're not interested, that sort of stuff is the diagnosis here. Okay, that's the diagnosis here. That's the diagnosis to spiritual callings. Okay, it's working on oneself. When you can realise about dopamine, and that dopamine is the creator of the energy, it also has an attachment of instant gratification. Instant gratification is where twin flames, soulmates, addictions, everything else is born. So that's born within here, so that gives you instant gratification. If you can work on instant gratification, you can work on bad and also good. What's good for me and what's bad for me. But you can't do it until you start working on impulse. Okay, so there will be like things like the gym. Okay, there will be like walking, eating healthily, working on like, you know, social media, this kind of stuff, and blah blah blah. Games, play a hell of a lot of computer games. You know, that's kind of like needing to curve down on the time spent. Okay, so anyway, so I can't really find any specific message there for you apart from like card diagnosis, card diagnostics, diagnosis of anything that is also like diagnosing like electric type sort of diode type sort of like soldering irons and like electric kind of stuff and blah blah blah, whatever that is, and that would relate to like a computer based type sort of diagnosis tool. So it would be like electric type sort of things. People could work in vicinities where they have like circuit boards and they kind of like do a load of stuff and they kind of like solder it on and blah blah blah, soldering or welding, this kind of stuff. Okay, circuit boards, electricity. Then I'm also picking up like car diagnosis, and then I'm also picking up on like mental health diagnosis as well, trying to work on my mental health. Okay, so that would be diagnosing it with oneself, realizing what's good for oneself and what's not very good for myself. So that's working on oneself. Okay, that would also work on impulse spying and bending. What? Spying and bending. God knows what that is. Spying and fender bender. I don't know, it's probably the same-sex relationship here. Spender, bender, spender, spender, Spencer. Spending. Like impulse spending. Like, what am I spending? What am I buying? What can I afford? What can I not afford? And I'm trying not to spend too much. Too much energy, too much time, and also not too much money. Something around cars as well. It's a bit like searching for a better car or a new car or a better mechanic or something like that. Researching. So you got like Virgo, life path 9 energies that are here. Doing some research and trying to find out about spending and buying, browsing, shopping, online to go out. Research, just general research about health, fitness, doctors, heads, that sort of stuff. And Edwina, Eddie, diagnosis. Something that is either medical or pharmaceutical is here. There might also be like job search. Robert, job search. So searching for something and analysing it and trying to find out the answer. Okay, so I'm sorry because this phone call is really important and I've got to get off the camera here. What have we got? We've got people that are queuing up here. So I'm picking up like some people are waiting in queue and waiting their turn. So it's kind of like this shopping thing that I'm kind of picking up where there's a load of people and they're all kind of standing around and people are like queuing up, standing behind each other, waiting, or all queuing up, waiting to get to see to this person. It might be Father Christmas. This could be Santa Claus, and we're waiting in line in order to see this person here. There's also a chef's hat as well. Someone's got very big hair, like Marge or Margaret. Okay, but like I'm picking up like someone that has loads of hair, like real big hair, like that's all up in a bun. Okay, here, or a current bun, and these are all people that are queuing up, waiting to buy something at a consumer market or like we're all queuing up waiting to get here to see this person here. So it could be like Father Christmas. It could be like you're going out shopping and you're having to queue and wait. Okay, in queue, in line, blah, blah, blah. You know, we've gone out, there's a load of people. If we really want to buy it, we're going to have to stand there. These are where people like wives or husband, or I very much doubt the husbands will be taking the wives. I'm kind of picking up where the wife is taking the husband. And we're going to go shopping, and the kind of husband is like, fucking hell, bruv, really? I've got to stand in here and you want, what, socks and pants from, oh, God, what is that place that does my head in? Oh, God, I can't think what it is, man. But yeah, I'll go in there and there's like socks, pants, so there's like, what you call pants, like undergarments or ex-garments, whichever way. And we kind of like go and the men are like, oh, fucking hell, what do you want? It's like, well, I need some knickers, Dave. You're like, oh, God, and like standing around and you're like, cool, I'm getting really hot in here, sweetheart. Like, where can we go out and buy like some food? And you're kind of like, well, we're going to get it once I've got the socks and the pants and the bras and knickers and everything else, you know. Right, come on then. Right, dragging someone around like shopping. Me, I don't mind shopping, but I do get very irritated at some points when it's just like, do we have to get Primark? That's it. Have you guys got Primark? Oh dear, Primark does my head in, bro. It really does do my head in, Primark. You go in there and it's absolutely stuffed chock during Christmas. And you go in there, man, and there's, I'm sorry, man, but the people that come over to this country, right, I haven't got no problem with them at all. But they're kind of like Polish and whatnot. And they all come over here, man. But they are so awful when it comes to shopping. They go like that, and they right. If you work in a supermarket, right, at the end of the day, there's 3 segments in a supermarket when they put out all of the food that's going off on sale, right? Like Black Friday or whatever way it is, but it goes on sale every day in a supermarket, right? So you put it out, and you get people that are waiting. They're like, she's going to put out that chicken in a minute. I goddamn know it. Listen, Dave, she's putting out that fucking chicken, and that's mine. And I'm telling you what, I got my eye on that chicken, and I've had that eye on that chicken for fucking ages. And if any motherfucker goes towards that chicken when that's on sale, I'm going to take their head straight off the shoulders and telling you now I am. Right? And they wait. And they wait, and they wait patiently, and then all of a sudden, when they put all this stuff out, they, oh, get out of the way, Margaret, I'm fucking having that chicken, I'm having that for myself. They're like, you took my chicken, yeah. And they slap each other, and they get into fights over food. A majority of the English people stand by and think, fucking hell, bruv, you're over in this country, and you're fighting over food. Can I have a little bit of that food that's on offer in my own goddamn country? And we just stand there. Well, honest to God, we get pushed out of our own food, and they fight for it. And because they come over and they think, oh my God, that's cheap. That is so cheap. That's cheaper than what we've been paying. And they grab all the bargains, and they're like, fucking hell, £4 for a t-shirt, £5 for a t-shirt. Go get one for Dave, Jessica, and Fred, and fucking Sid, and everyone. And get one for the kids. Get one for the mother-in-law and the grandmother, and we'll send them all over abroad, and God knows what else. And you go and you think, you're right, bruv. You got a size 3, an extra large. You're like, sorry. All the Polish lot around it, and you're like, fucking hell. Every size and everything I want is not here. It's fucked in Britain. It really is. But like, I'm picking up that these people are kind of like here queuing up going, like, where's my chicken, Dave? I want some Kentucky Fried Chicken. You're like, yeah, well, we fucking ain't got any. He said, well, I'll just... So I'm picking up. It's like, listen, you can go at the back of the queue and you can stand there because you're impatient and you're Polish. You go, well, that's good, miss. Yeah, that's good, man. And you're like, yeah, sweetheart, I don't understand a word you're saying. Stop being so rude and go around there and wait. That's what they get told here. You can wait. Now you've been rude, you can go back and wait. You can go at the back of the queue here. So there's people here that might be impatient waiting to get here to listen to this guy. Now, you might be trying to buy tickets somewhere or somewhere that you want to go where this person is the main attraction and we're all queuing up waiting to get in and to get something here. Wow, this has fucking went off onto some sort of tangent. Now, these people are all upside down here. This one's got a big old todger. Jesus Christ, look at the size of that one. That one is dribbling right down there. Crocodiles. Crocodile shit. There's a rat in your kitchen here. Some of you might, if you work in a restaurant, you might be needing to clean it up because you could have rats here. Man, I could probably see quite a few for here, but I really need to get going. Well, you guys tell me in the comment section. Did you see anything there? I'm definitely picking up people queuing up, waiting to see this one zippy or bungle person there. Cool, this person's definitely looking at his todger. It's like, woo, it's grown. How big that's grown. Some of you might be waiting for your family to come over. And you're kind of like looking at these people to say who's being invited and who isn't. And we're having our youngest child come over. Actually, you can really see the outline of this being a person here that's wearing a hat. There's the nose. Look. This is the person. They're a younger person, kind of like a baby, or we're kind of like, you know, waiting to see our grandkids or grandchildren and stuff like that. And my God, I mean, that could even be a photo that you're being given, okay? But like, I can't believe how much they've grown. Like, I've got a niece or a nephew, and we're going to spend some time with those, and blah blah blah. And you know, or I've got a picture of my niece or nephew, and I can't believe how big they're growing, because I'm definitely picking that up as a person that's born into the family, but it's a child that's kind of growing here. This is their parents that are probably bringing their kid along with whoever to go and see their mother. I'm picking this up as like a grandmother, okay, or something like that. And I'm bringing, like, my 3 kids are coming over to see me, or my kids and they've got a granddaughter or daughter and they're coming and they're going to bring their youngest and they're going to come over to see Margaret here, okay, or Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, okay. So there you go. So there is your esoteric stuff. That is not a tarot card reading. Your tarot card reading will be next, either today or tomorrow. Okay, so look out for that one. That will be called Today Tarot. And that will be looking into God knows how many readings about your environment to be aware of throughout the week. If you want to support me as a channel, over on Patreon, you get a hell of a lot more. So what we've been doing is what is in the shadows, what are their intentions and what are their thoughts and feelings. Okay, and then we clarify them to tell you what star signs they are or numerology and what their intention is when they get there, or whatever they're going to say, or whatever's going to happen, whatever comes out through those, because there are a load of messages. Okay, so they'll be like, I don't want you to let you go, so on and so forth and whatnot. Okay, and then who's giving out that vibe and what are their intentions? If they're giving out that vibe, are they being honest or truthful? And then there's also like messages of closure. Now that messages of closure is also clarified. Okay, but if you guys, it will tell me if you're going to get closure and what their intentions are on their way back into your life or whatever way it comes. Okay, and then also if you want closure but you're not getting it from a person, me and the cards will know that this is closure for you. Okay, now that can be closing a book or a chapter to anything in your life, a job or a person, or Rob or Robin or Robert, okay, but or Robertson. But again, it will tell me, and then I look into, okay, so if this person is saying this in the cards and that's their intention, and they're saying, I miss you like crazy, Okay, what are their intentions and why do they miss the person and what's their intention? Okay, so they love me, so what's their intention to come back? So I will go through all those sort of messages, and that's what you get over on the silver or the gold tier. Okay, but you always get them a day or 2 days before anything that comes out on here, because this is free. That's where I earn a living. Okay, so it does help, but you do get a lot more for it, and you get them before YouTube. Okay, so that will be over there, and it is over there now, so you can find it on the link provided below to the silver or gold tier. Silver is all of the weeklies and all of the monthly readings, back catalogue, future and present. Then the gold tier is all of the monthlies, all of the weeklies, past, present and future, and also all of the teaching segments, past, present and future. So there's a lot of videos over there that you can watch when you're a member. Okay, in order to know how about that, all of the links are provided below. Thank you very much, Sagittarius. I really appreciate it. If not, please stay around and wait for your tarot reading to come out either later or tomorrow. Okay, thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you later.